బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ నిజమైన విద్యకు నిలువెత్తు సాక్ష్యం. 20 ఎకరాల సువిశాల ప్రాంగణంలో కళాత్మక నిర్మాణాలతో స్వచ్ఛమైన ప్రకృతి ఒడిలో ఆత్మీయతను ఆస్వాదిస్తూ విద్యా సౌరభాలు వెదజల్లుతోన్న చదువుల నిలయం బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి జూనియర్ కాలేజ్. క్రమశిక్షణకు మారుపేరుగా సంస్కారం, నిబద్ధత కలిగిన బోధనతో పాటు మానసిక, భౌతిక వికాసం కోసం సువిశాల ఆట స్థలంలో వ్యాయామం, యోగా, వాలీబాల్, త్రోబాల్, క్రికెట్ మరియు ఖోఖో లాంటి ఆటలు రోజువారీ టైం టేబుల్లో భాగం చేయడం బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి జూనియర్ కాలేజీకి మాత్రమే సాధ్యం. బాలబాలికలకు ప్రత్యేక హాస్టల్ వసతితో రుచికరమైన పౌష్టికాహారం, 24 గంటలు అందుబాటులో ఉండే సీనియర్ లెక్చరర్స్, విద్యార్థుల మెదడుకు పదును పెట్టే ఫిజిక్స్ ల్యాబ్, కెమిస్ట్రీ ల్యాబ్, బొటనీ ల్యాబ్ మరియు జువాలజీ ల్యాబులు, నీట్, జేఈఈ మెయిన్స్ మరియు జేఈఈ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ పోటీ పరీక్షలకు సన్నద్ధపరిచే విద్యా ప్రణాళికలతో బీరం సుబ్బారెడ్డి గారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో, బీరం శ్రీకాంత్ రెడ్డి పర్యవేక్షణలో అమ్మ లాలన, నాన్న పాలన, గురువుల బోధన కలిగిన త్రివేణి సంగమ సమాహారమే బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి జూనియర్ కాలేజ్. అడ్మిషన్లు ప్రారంభమైనవి. సంప్రదించండి. బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి జూనియర్ కాలేజ్, బీరం శ్రీధర్ రెడ్డి నగర్, NH40 రోడ్, ఖాజీపేట్, కడప. సెల్ నంబర్ 7036666777.
Say mic. Hello. Today class chemistry. Okay. Audible. How many? 31. My voice is my voice is audible. Good evening. Good evening to all. My voice is audible. Yes. Nice. Okay. Good evening to all. Geetika, good evening. Vasita, good evening. Okay. So today the class chemistry. I think this is the first class for you, chemistry, right? Chemistry is the first class for you. Yes, right. So in 10th class, up to 10th class, so physics and chemistry combined in one book. So from intermediate onwards, Physics will be separated and chemistry will be separated. Yeah. So it is present in both MPC and BPC section. That's why it's very important mark. So today's class, I'll give some basic information regarding chemistry. So basic information, basic ideas. Okay. So all these things we'll discuss now. Ready? All of you ready, man? Take the books. So whatever I am writing, you should write on your book in running notes. You should write the running notes. Okay, now. Right. Okay. Right. Captain said, here the entire universe is made with different kind of substances. We can call that is matter. You know matter? Anything which has certain mass and occupies some space, we can call it a matter or substance. So the universe is filled with different kinds of matters. Again, this matter is built with molecules. Okay, now. So many molecules are held together with the help of van der Waals forces. We get substance. If you take water in a beaker, so water is a substance. We can call it a matter. In water, what are they? H2O molecules are. Billions and trillions of H2O molecules are held together by hydrogen bond and water will be the substance water will form. So what is in the water? Water molecules are there. Okay, now substance means only one molecule, two molecules, three molecules are not there. So some billions and trillions, molecules. So these molecules are held together by van der Waals forces or hydrogen bonds or some type of chain structure covalent bonds like that. So these are molecules. Again, these molecules, how they will form? By the combination of atoms. So atoms combine to form molecules with the help of primary bonds. Primary bonds. Molecules combine to form substance with the help of secondary bonds. Secondary bond means there is no related to valence. Primary bond means they are related to valence. Primary bond means what? Ionic bond, covalent bond, native bond, metallic bond. These are the primary bonds. So these primary bonds are also called interatomic bonds. These primary bonds are also called interatomic bonds. So these bonds are present between the atoms. So the atoms participate in these bonds for getting stability and molecular. And secondary bonds are called intermolecular bonds. Intermolecular bond. Once the molecule is formed, these molecules are held together by secondary bonds and form a substance. If these secondary bonds are very strong, the molecules are very close together, then the substance exists in the solid state. If the secondary bonds are very weak, the molecules are far away from each other, then the substance exists in the gaseous state. In between these two, the substance exists in the liquid state. So these are called the secondary bonds. We can also call intermolecular. These are there is no relation to valency here. But these are the primary bonds. Ionic bond, metallic bond, covalent bonds, these are known as primary bonds. So these primary bonds typically follow the rules and regulations of valency, and according to valency, they combine and form the different types of molecules. So molecules held together by secondary bonds and form matter. So if different kinds of matter is there, we can call it the units. Any doubt? Somebody messages. Sir, your voice is breaking, sir. All of you say my voice is breaking. If internet connection is weak, automatically the voice will be break. So Rishita said there is no breaking, sir. Means no. So all of you saying that there is no breaking. So check your internet connection once. So one member said that the breaking, sir. So you check your internet connection and go and sit where the network is good. Come outside otherwise. Right. Sandhya, my voice is breaking? No, right. See here. So the universe is built with different kinds of matter, and matter are formed by different kinds. There is a molecules, and the molecules are which are built with atoms, which are the smallest particle of the matter. Okay, the smallest particle of matter. The atom is smallest particle of matter. I'll ask questions. Okay, so atoms, smallest particle. So Dalton said that the atoms are the smallest particle of the matter. Dalton. If Dalton atomic theory was right, there is no discussion regarding the structure of atom. And atom ఏ విధంగా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అనేది మనం చదువుకోవాల్సిన పని లేదు. There is no chapter. Structure of atom అనే చాప్టర్ కూడా ఉండదు. బట్ ఒక చాప్టర్ ఉంది మనం, స్ట్రక్చర్ ఆఫ్ atom. Structure of atom means how the atom was built. If atom is the smallest particle of the matter, there is no explanation or there is no discussion regarding the structure. So Dalton said that atom is the smallest particle and it is the indivisible. Atom is indivisible. But later, the scientists J.J. Thomson, Rutherford, Goldstein, all these scientists discovered that with their experiment, they proved that Dalton theory was wrong. Dalton theory was wrong. They proved that atom is divisible. They proved that atom is divisible. Atom is divisible. They discovered inside the atom there is so many particles. They are known as subatomic particles. They discovered the subatomic particles. subatomic particles. Means atom is not smallest. Rather than atom, there are few more smallest particles are there inside the atom. Inside the atom, that particles are clubbed, combined together, and finally give atom. So atom is not smallest particle. The Dalton theory was wrong. So many scientists by different experiments they proved that the atom was not smallest. Beyond atom, there are some more few particles which are smaller than atom. They are present inside the atom. These subatomic particles combine and form a structure. How these subatomic particles are arranged to construct an atom. So that we will learn in the chapter atomic structure. That is the first chapter, the basic chapter regarding chemistry. Okay, now. So these fundamental particles, how they will join, how they will arrange inside the atom to construct an atom. So all these things we will learn in the chapter structure of atom or nothing but atomic structure. Right. So far 35 subatomic particles were discovered. More than 35 subatomic particles are there. So what, sir? We know only electron, proton, neutron. What about remaining means? There are so many particles are there. Mesons, pions, bosons, neutrinos, antineutrinos, positrons. So like that, the subatomic particles are around 30. But among these, only 3 particles are called fundamental particles. Only 3 particles are called fundamental particles. Only 3 particles are called fundamental particles. What are the fundamental particles? You know what are the fundamental particles? Yes, somebody answered. Electrons, protons, and neutrons. So the electrons, protons, and neutrons, these are the fundamental particles. Electrons, protons, and neutrons are the fundamental particles. These particles present in each and every atom, and they play the major role in the construction of atom. So arrangement of these 3 particles is nothing but atomic structure. Arrangement of these 3 particles inside the atom. So inside atom means very smallest rock. It is in the range of angstrom. It is in the range of angstrom. Its size is measured in angstrom or picometer range. 1 angstrom equal to how many centimeter? And 1 angstrom equal to how many centimeters or how many meters? So angstrom is the very smallest unit. 1 angstrom, you know anyone? What angstrom equal to how many units? How many meters or how many centimeters? Yes, Geetika, very good. 10 power minus 10 centimeter kadamma. D Sai something 10 power minus 10 centimeter kadam. 10 power minus 8. 10 power minus 8 centimeter. Whereas minus okay. 10 power minus 8 centimeters. 10 power. Or 10 power minus 10 meter. 10 power minus 8 centimeters or 10 power minus meter. No, sorry. So electrons, protons, neutrons. Electrons, protons, neutrons. So these are the fundamental particles. So these fundamental particles, why these are called fundamental particles means, so these are present in each and every atom. Generally, the size of an atom is in angstrom range or picometer range. 1 picometer equal to 10 power minus 10 centimeter or 10 power minus 12 meter. This is small. Okay. Well, we can't make this. Right. So this is angstrom. చూడండి 1 centimeter అంటే మీరు ఆల్రెడీ చూసుకుంటాం. స్కేల్ లో మనం ఒక 50 సెంటీమీటర్ స్కేల్ ఇస్తే 15 సెంటీమీటర్ స్కేల్ ఉంటుంది. దాంట్లో 1 సెంటీమీటర్ మీన్స్ మీరు చూసుకుంటారు. If that is divided in 10 parts, that is called 10 power minus 1 centimeter. దాంట్లో ఒకదాన్ని మళ్ళీ 10 parts చేస్తే 10 power minus 2. Like that 0.0000001. The 7 zeros వచ్చి 1 వచ్చింది. That is 10 power minus 8 centimeter. So it's very small. Small. We can't see. ఇంత స్మాల్ మనం చూడలేం. అందువల్లే atoms ని మనము we can't see that. ఓకేనా? ఇండివిడ్యువల్ atoms లో we can't see. So atoms దగ్గరకు వచ్చి అనుకోండి, we get molecules form. Molecules form. So molecules దూరంగా ఉన్నా మనం చూడం. ఎందుకంటే molecules are also very small. So why we can't see the gas? ఎందుకు గ్యాస్ ని చూడలేము? Solid we can see, liquid we can see, gas we can't. Why we can't see? ఎందుకు చూడలేము? చెప్పండి. ఎందుకంటే in gas the molecules are very far away from each other. So the individual molecules cannot be detected or cannot be in the visible range. When these molecules are come very close together, then some billions and trillions of molecules are clubbed and they will come in the visible range. That's why solids and liquids we can see, but gases we can't see because the molecules are far away from each other and molecules are very small and atoms also very small. So in the range lo ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ దాంట్లో ఇంత సైజ్ లో మనకి ఏముంటుందంటే electrons, protons, neutrons. So initially Dalton said that atom is indivisible, but later scientists proved that atom is divisible. So atom is divisible means with the help of these fundamental particles, the atom is constructed. Electrons, protons, neutrons, why they are called fundamental particles means these are present in each and every atom. Each and every atom, the fundamental particles are there. Okay. So, but one thing is there here. In one atom, one fundamental particle is absent, but remaining all, we know that 118 elements in the periodic table. Elements, 118 elements are there in the periodic table. 118 elements. So among all elements, you take the atoms. So what is meant by first? Sir, we don't know what about element. What is element and what is compound? What is element and what is compound? Element and compound both are molecules. Both are molecules. How they will form? They will form by the combination of atoms to the primary bonds. Primary bonds. Primary bonds means interatomic bonds which follow the rules and regulation of valences. So this is the element and this is the compound. Both come under the category of molecules. The molecules is individually stable. The atoms are individually unstable. So to get stability, atoms undergo bond formation and group. So then when the molecule is called element, when the molecule is called compound. Do you know anyone? ఎప్పుడు మనం ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని మాలిక్యూల్స్ అంటాము, సర్కిల్స్ మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఎప్పుడు ఎలిమెంట్ అంటాము when the molecule is called compound. Anyone? If you know answer means raise your hand. Answer is the hand raise. Will yes, I something right. Gopi Krishna samples. When the molecule is made up of similar type of atom is called element, and elements are composed of same type of atoms. Very good, right? So element means they contain same type of atoms. Same type of atoms. Molecule means, that compound means the molecule with different type of atoms. Different type of atoms. Elemental form means the atoms of same element. Elemental form. Okay now. For example, if you take water, say that water is an elemental compound. Water is an elemental compound. Yes, it is a compound. Why? Why means there are two different type of atoms in the molecule. So oxygen, so you know very well, that's why I am writing directly. Oxygen has 2 electron shortage for getting octet configuration. So it forms 2 bonds normally. It can also form 3 bonds by using this lone pair, that is a dative bond. So I think you don't know that. So you will learn in the higher classes. So here 1 hydrogen and 1 hydrogen. So both are non-metals. Hydrogen is a non-metal and oxygen is a non-metal. So both are non-metals. Then they combine with one type of bond that is called a covalent bond. A covalent bond means it is formed by the sharing of electrons. So here hydrogen is 1 electron shortage for getting stability, and also oxygen have 2 electron shortage for getting stability. So these two will overlap by sharing of electrons. Individually, both atoms get stability in the H2O. We get the stability in the H2O molecule. So here 2 bonds. Now here oxygen, this molecule, this is a molecule. Water is a molecule. In this molecule, different types of atoms are there. So we can call the different types of molecules, different types of atoms are there. Then that molecule will come under the category of compound. Okay now. Next, take suppose you take SA, or you can take P4. You can take O2 lines. So P4 is a molecule. How it will form? See here, I will show you. SA P4. So P, phosphorus, generally in the normal state, that means ground state, it will form 3 covalent bonds. 3 covalent bonds. Why? Because the phosphorus, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. So generally these are belongs to the 5th A group or 15th group in the periodic table. They have 5 valency electrons. There is a 1 electron shortage. There is a 3 electron shortage for getting stability. Hence, by gaining 3 electrons, they will stable. They will become stable. So that's why generally they try to form 3 bonds in the normal cell. But if chance is there, they can excite and they can expand their octet. So remember one thing. So all of you think why the atoms form bonds means for getting stability. Or for getting stability. How the stability will come means. So all of you know that getting 8 electrons in the outermost shell is stable. This is called octet electronic configuration. But this is always not true. Octet configuration is always not a valid one. Okay, now. So if chance is there, they can expand their octet configuration also. Okay, now they can expand their octet configuration if chance is there. Hence, octet configuration is not always a valid one. So atoms combine to form molecule for getting stability. Stability is attained or arises by gaining 8 electrons in the valence system. It's okay, but always not a valid. So then what is Correct. Exact one means atoms participate in the bond formation to get stability. How the stability is attained means by getting octet one matter. So, but octet is not a valid. So the second one, the very important is to decrease their energies. To decrease their energies. So why they to decrease their energies? To decrease their energies. So this is the valid point. To decrease their energies. So if the bond is formed between the two atoms, bond formation is an exothermic reaction. That means energy is released out. If some energy is released out, then what happens? The total energy will be decreased. If energy is decreased, automatically stability is increased. So the energy is inversely proportional to stability. Less energy, more stable. More energy, less stable. So when the bond is formed, the bond formation is exothermic reaction. Some amount of energy will be released out. So when the energy is released out, the total energy of the molecule is decreased. So the decreased energy will lead to the more stability. So that's why the atoms form the bonds for getting stability. So octet is also one, okay, but octets sometimes it will fail. So don't think octet is everywhere compulsory. Everywhere octet is compulsory. It's not. For example, to take PCl5 molecule, phosphorus pentachloride. So P here Cl, 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 Cl. Same phosphorus. Around phosphorus 5 bonds are there. The 5 bond means around phosphorus 10 electrons are there. So expand its octet, not 8. It's about 10 electrons around the phosphorus. Like so, don't think octet is compulsory. And see here. So phosphorus generally in the ground state there is a 3 electron shortage. It will form 3 bonds, not in normal ground state. Okay, so 3 bonds means so P. So generally it will be like this. P4 will be like this. So it will be like this. This is a P4. So this is a P4 molecule. This is a P4 molecule. So here also P, here also P, here also P, here also. So this is a molecule. This molecule is formed by the combination of 4 atoms. This molecule is formed by the combination of 4 atoms. So these 4 atoms are same. That means belongs to the same element. So if atoms of same element combine to form a molecule, that molecule is called element. Molecule is called element. So remember that is very important. Yeah. Right. So yeah. So what is match? What is matter? What are molecules? What are atoms? What are subatomic particles? So I think you learned all these things. So can you say anyone? I will ask some questions. If you raise your hand means I will ask some questions on the basic information. So what I have given in basic, so I will ask some questions. So if anybody interested means I will ask some questions. Somebody is one. Nobody is there. Message start. Okay. So anyone, ma, I will ask some questions. If you are interested means. Yes, Tejesh Kumar Reddy. Who is Tejesh Kumar Reddy? Unmute ma yourself. Tejesh. Tejesh Kumar Reddy. Okay. Tejesh unmute.
Tejesh Kumar unmute now. Unmute yourself and ask your doubt.
There. If anybody interested to ask doubt means you can ask. Otherwise, you are interested to say the answers means raise your hands. So if you don't have any doubts or you are not interested to say the answers means okay sir, say okay sir, then I will continue. Okay. So I will ask questions. Try to answer. What are primary bonds? What are primary bonds? Tesh Kumar, what are primary bonds?
Ionic bond, electrostatic bond, electronegativity bond.
Electrostatic bond or electrovalent bond or ionic bond, all are same. Okay na? Ionic to covalent to S, metallic and dative also in the special type of covalent bond. Yes, right, very good. What are secondary bonds? Where they are present? What are secondary bonds? Where they are present? Secondary bond means what? Dipti, what are secondary bonds?
Dipti unmute na. Dipti.
Dipti, what are secondary bonds? Yes, not responding. John. So you are not interested to answer the questions? My problem. Okay, Dipti. Right. So secondary bonds, Sandhya,
Intermolecular bonds, sir.
where they are present?
Sir?
They are present between.
Molecules, sir.
Is there any valency rules here?
No, sir.
No. There is no relation to valency here. అంటే ఒక బాండ్ ఒక ఆటమ్ 3 బాండ్స్ ఫార్మ్ చేస్తే స్టెబిలిటీ వస్తది, 2 బాండ్స్ ఫార్మ్ చేస్తే స్టెబిలిటీ వస్తది. By gaining 1 electron it will stable, by losing 1 electron it will stable. దీనికి ఆక్టేట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ రావాలంటే 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ కావాలి, దీనికేమో 2 లూజ్ అవ్వాలి, లేకపోతే ఒకటి షేర్ అవ్వాలి. ఇలాంటి ఏం ఉండదు ఇక్కడ సెకండరీ బాండ్స్ లో. ఆల్రెడీ అది జరిగిన తర్వాతనే మాలిక్యూల్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. Once molecule is formed, molecule is stable. So molecule, once the molecule is stable, then other molecules also there now. So only one molecule form over. So there are so many molecules will form. So ఈ molecules ki madhya there is a development of attractive forces. వాటినే మనము intermolecular. So attraction forces develop అవుతాయి సార్ అంటే there is a repulsion forces also. Repulsion forces కూడా develop అవుతాయి. ఎందుకంటే in molecule this is formed by combination of atoms. Atoms, the central part contain the nucleus. It has positive charge, and outside the electrons are there in the different orbitals. So they have negative charge. So other atoms are also same. So the positive charge of one atom will repel the positive charge of another atom, and negative charge of one atom will repel the negative charge of another atom. At the same time, positive charge of one atom attracted by the negative charge of electron, and vice versa. So like this, there are intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces means not only the attractive forces. Don't think intermolecular forces are attractive forces. So intermolecular forces belongs to both attractive as well as repulsive forces. So the attractive forces be given one word. They are called van der Waals forces. Intermolecular attraction forces, the attractive forces be given one word, that is the van der Waals forces. So there are different types now. You will learn this in higher classes, in intermediate. So the ion dipole, dipole induced dipole, induced dipole, ion induced dipole, and hydrogen bond. All these things come under this category. There are several intermolecular forces. Okay, so we'll discuss them. So this is some introduction regarding this. Okay. So So now we'll go for what are the fundamental particles. Just I am giving the idea about atoms and molecules, substance lines. Now tell me. Somebody message no sir like this. Ma, so far you have any doubt? This is the introduction class regarding chemistry. It will be held in your 10th class also. And 10th class lo kuda meeku structure of atom undi kada. Unda leda cheppandi. You have 10th class structure of atom chapter. Yes. Somebody is saying yes. In 9th class, I think in CBSE it is present in 9th class, but in state board it is present in 10th class. All right? Okay. Now, so what are the fundamental particles inside the atom? Electron, proton, and a neutron. Electron, proton, neutron. So these are the fundamental particles inside the atom. Why these particles are called fundamental particles means these particles are present in each and every atom. Each and every atom. But this neutron is absent in only one element. Only one element means one atom. Element means same type of atoms. What is that means? Hydrogen. Hydrogen. In hydrogen, neutron is absent. So you know hydrogen has 3 isotopes. Anybody having about isotopes? Anybody having idea about isotopes?
Mahi,
Isotopes.
Mahi, unmute now. Sandhya,
Anybody having same atomic number but different mass number?
Sandhya,
Yes. Somebody is telling right. So in nature, every element has isotopes. For example, you take oxygen. Oxygen available in the nature in mass number 16, mass number 17, and mass number 8. So these 3 forms, but 99.9% is formed. Like hydrogen, it is present in atomic number 1 and mass number 1 and 1H2 and 1H3. So it will present 99.985% in the universe. That means in the universe, the most abundant element is hydrogen. Universe, not I am taking Earth. What is the most abundant element on the Earth? You know? What is the most abundant element on the Earth? Nitrogen, wrong. Wrong. Earth atmosphere is composed of 21% oxygen approximately and 79% nitrogen. The most abundant element, oxygen. Yes. Next one is silicon. And next one is aluminum. Like this. Most abundant elements. So, but in the universe, among the whole universe, the most abundant is hydrogen. 70% of the universe is present in the universe. Most of the sun stars filled with universe, but it is less abundant on the Earth atmosphere. Why, sir? Because hydrogen is the lightest gas. It will escape from the Earth atmosphere. అందుకే మనం బెలూన్స్ ఎగరేసేటప్పుడు చూస్తా ఉంటాం, లైటెస్ట్ గ్యాస్ తెలిసిన తక్కువ హైడ్రోజన్ ఫిల్ చేస్తారు. దాన్ని హైడ్రోజన్ ఫిల్ చేస్తే నువ్వు దానికి ఏం చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు, జస్ట్ ఫిల్ చేసి వదిలిపెడితే అదే పైకి. వై? బికాస్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద లైటెస్ట్ గ్యాస్. వెరీ లీస్ట్ డెన్సిటీ మీన్స్ విల్ go up like this. Plasma, very good, ma. Plasma means what? Plasma ante hydrogen is the most abundant, okay, element hydrogen. So what is plasma? So solid, liquid, gas. Okay, next Bsrjc, both Einstein condensed state and plasma state. You know the states of matter? The matter exists in 3 states: solid, liquid, gas. Mainly 3 states, you know that. But 2 more states are also there. That is the one in both Einstein condensed state and plasma. Okay, plasma. So total whole mass. So on the Earth, either it may be atmosphere or in the form of oceans, hydrogen, oxygen is there. Earth crust, different oxides are there. The combination of all together, it is the most abundant. If you take only atmosphere, it is nitrogen. Atmosphere will be it is nitrogen. Right? So if you take sand, SiO2, silicon with oxygen, sand. Okay. How many isotopes does an element contain maximum, sir? There is no limit, ma. There is no limit. Some elements have 3 isotopes, some elements have 2 isotopes, some elements have up to 11 isotopes. Tin is have 11 isotopes, maximum number, like this. So, inne undalani cheppi rule emi లేదు. Okay, Geetika, okay na? How can we find isotopes? Shahran. So tin and cheppan kada. So how can we find isotopes? Means by their mass, by the detection of their mass. Mass number is different. So the special instruments are their mass spectroscopic instruments. So by determining their mass, so same atomic number, different mass numbers are there, then we can call their isotopes. See here, solid, liquid, or gas is there. So if I ask one question, which element is, which state is present maximum? Solid, liquid, gas, and sir, oceans are there, so they are very large part on the Earth's surface. That's why liquid cheptam sir ani cheptunnam. Kani entire universe iskunte plasma is the highest percentage. Which state is present in highest amount in the plasma? What is plasma? Means the total sun stars, the universe maximum filled with plasma. Why? Suppose hydrogen gas is there, suppose, or helium gas is there on the Earth atmosphere, at the surface. So the high amount of temperature is there, high temperature. At that temperature, they will become ionized. So by gaining that energy, they will lose electrons and they will become ionized, like that Hc plus. So they will ionize, means they lose electrons and become ions. This ionized gas we can call plasma. Ionized gas is called plasma. Like this. Okay, so you are already here. Plasma in the whole universe, plasma. Right. Okay, so you are already here. So which is the most abundant state. That is in which state, which is the highest state. That means in the whole universe, matter exists in which state? Maximum means plasma. Plasma, not solid, liquid, gas. Don't think like this. Okay. So oxygen 16, 17, 18 like that. This is also isotopes of hydrogen 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. So this 1H1, one name is protium. This is the first isotope. And 1H2, generally this is present in 0.0516%. This is nearly about 10 power minus 15%, like it's very rare. This is called deuterium. And this is called tritium. So these are the isotopes of hydrogen, and this is present in maximum number. And this protium do not contain neutron. Do not contain neutron. So neutron is not present in the protium. But deuterium has one neutron, and tritium has two neutrons. Protium doesn't have any neutrons. So this 1H2, this is called hydrogen or protium. This is called deuterium or heavy hydrogen. Heavy hydrogen. And this is called tritium or radioactive hydrogen. Radioactive hydrogen. Radioactive means it disintegrated to other form by emitting alpha, beta, gamma radiation. It emits the low energy beta radiations. Tritium will emit the low energy beta radiations. Beta radiations. And the beta rays ni release chesta. Beta rays and beta rays lo beta negative unnai, beta positive. Beta negative means electrons. They will release electrons. Beta positive means positrons. They will release positrons and convert it into another form. So radioactivity means, so the disintegration of a radioactive element means the disintegration by emitting alpha, beta, gamma radiations. So beta negative, beta negative means emit electron, beta positive means emits positive. So this radioactive hydrogen will emit the beta negative, low energy beta radiations. So like that, hydrogen, deuterium, tritium, these are the isotopes of hydrogen. So ఈ isotope లో protium లో వచ్చినప్పటికీ న్యూట్రాన్ అనేది ఉంది. There is no neutron in the protium. Okay na? So remaining all, you take any atom except this. Either this also, except this one. You take this, every atom contains electron, proton, neutron. Hence, these three particles are present in each and every atom. We can call they are the fundamental particles. Okay, fundamental particles. Right. Like uranium dipti, uranium like that, it is also radioactive. Okay, so uranium also radioactive. So now, right. So I will continue this electron, proton, neutron, how they will give the mass to the atom, what is atomic number, mass number, what is atomic mass and difference between the atomic mass and mass number, and what is average atomic mass. Atomic mass means what? How an atom will get mass. For example, 1 liter water is 1000 grams baru untadi 1 liter water. 1000 grams. Because water density is 1. So 1 liter means 1000 ml. 1000 ml equal to 1000 grams. So 1 liter water is 1000 grams. So in the baru atom, how the atoms will gain mass. The mass will gain by the atom from the particles which are present inside the atom. What are the particles? Electrons, protons, neutrons. Among these, which particles are massive and which particle is responsible for the mass of an atom? and which particle is not responsible for the mass of an atom, and which particles are responsible for the charge of an atom, and which particle doesn't responsible for the charge of atom. Okay now. So what is mass number? What is atomic number? What is atomic mass? What is the difference between the atomic mass and mass number? Mass number, atomic mass, almost all equal values, but there is a minute difference. Okay, so all these things we will learn in the next class. Now, if you have any doubt, means you can ask. So there are 3 to 4 minutes are there. If you have any doubt, means raise your hand and ask questions. Tejas Kumar, unmute. Tejas, every time you are raising hand, but not unmute.
Tejas, your voice is not audible, ma.
Your voice is not audible, ma. Tejas. Right. Yeah. Understand this class? Getting some points regarding the atom is very interesting or not? Do you know all these things before? Telsa meeki ivanni antaku mundu? Emana kotta points emanna nechukunnara? You learn something new? Did you learn something new, ma? Emanna kottai? Mahi. Mahi. Unmute. Mahi. No, sir. No, ఏంటిది ఏం నేర్చుకోలేదరా?
No, sir.
ఏం నో?
We did not learn anything, sir, new.
New. ఆల్రెడీ ఇవన్నీ తెలుసా మీకు?
Sir?
ఇవన్నీ తెలుసా ఆల్రెడీ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
లేదు. అంటే 10th క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నాయా ఇవన్నీ?
No, sir. In IIT classes, they said, sir.
నువ్వు ఆల్రెడీ ఐఐటిలో ఉన్నావా? ఓకే. ఏ స్కూల్ అమ్మా?
In Hyderabad, sir.
In Hyderabad. Right. Can I ask few questions?
About which topic, sir?
This topic only.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. You know very well means I will ask one question. So an atom contains 14 protons, 17 protons, 18 neutrons, and 17 protons, 18 neutrons, and 18 electrons. That's an atom.
Time, sir.
17 proton, 18 neutron, 18 electron. What is that atom? What is the charge on that atom? Can you tell what is the charge on the atom in the coulombs and electrostatic units? Mahi. Unmute Mahi.
Sir, wait, sir. I'm doing. I will tell, sir. Wait, sir.
Wait. Okay. The same thing, fundamental particles మీద ఇచ్చాను నేను. One coulomb charge wrong.
Sir, I think chloran, sir. Chloran. Chlorine.
Chlorine. Chlorine is wrong. So, 7.
Electrons and 18 neutrons and 17 protons, no, sir.
చెప్పు ఏంటిదో.
Atomic mass, no, sir, you ask?
I am asking what is that name of the
C17, C33.
Atom with charge.
Sir, I know atomic numbers. Sir.
Correct. You don't know atomic number. Chlorine. Read the, it is not chlorine.
Sorry.
17 proton means it is a chlorine. Because the chlorine is atomic number is 17. Atomic number represents the number of protons. 17. And mass number is protons plus neutrons is 35. And here protons positive charge plus 17. Neutrons no charge. And electrons negative charge minus 18. Totally minus 1. So it will get minus 1 total charge. So Cl minus, it is not chlorine. The atom with negative charge and with IDE, it is chloride. Then what is the charge? Minus 1. In coulombs I am asking. So minus 1 electron extra. So 17 proton and 18 electron means 1 electron extra. So 1 proton charge is plus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Coulomb is the SI unit of the charge. Or minus 4.802 into 10 power minus 10 electrostatic units. Electrostatic unit is the SI unit of the charge. So total 1 proton and 1 electron also the same charge, but negative sign will be there. So plus minus will cancel, then minus 1, then only 1 electron extra. The extra charge is minus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. The extra 1 electron charge, the charge of 1 electron is minus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19. So in the next class, you will learn all these things. How to calculate the charge of an atom, how to calculate the mass of an atom, and atomic mass and the mass number differences, and 1 Faraday means how much charge. Okay, na? So all these things will continue in the next class. Okay, na? Right. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.